What if Ben 10 had a Pokemon playlist? It's probably a question that has been asked before. I'm not gonna lie, when you ever have an idea or a question, just know that someone has probably had that already. But I'm here today to do something about that question. An Omnitrix playlist is composed out of 10 aliens. So, with my vast knowledge of both Pokemon and Ben 10, I think I can put the playlist together for young Tennyson using Pokemon. That'd be so good, maybe the watch would let Ben not mistransform. But I might be a bit too optimistic. You can see I'm also strapped to the proper equipment, only the highest budget props on the Lord Silt channel, as you know. Some ground rules I set for myself for to not include legendaries, cause then I could just say Mew and it would be mega boring, cause that's just Alien X without the limitations, so yeah. And trying to not repeat main types or abilities, give some diversity and usage to the playlist, you know? So, without further ado, let's get on with the first pick. Greninja, the ninja Pokemon. This Water Shuriken Master is a perfect pick for Ben. Its abilities allow it to control water, compressing it into different forms, the most common being throwing stars. Ben relies heavily on his creativity and battle IQ. The agile bipedal body of Greninja gives him the stage of using its abilities in all sorts of ways. I can genuinely see Ben being a true water bender. And let's not forget that sticky tongue. Upchuck sure gave him some practice with those. I can easily see Ben getting addicted to Greninja in the same fashion that he did with Feedback. So for me, it's a pretty easy choice. Incineroar, the heal Pokemon. Every Omnitrix playlist has an alien that just screams Brawler. In the same way Forums and Humongousaur made Ben always opt for them with Omnitrix because of their raw strength, I think Incineroar can also be a candidate for that sort of acknowledgement. This bipedal feline is strongly built with a menacing appearance and ring fighter appeal. The one weakness that could be a bit overwhelming could be that tail. I can see some foes like Vilgax for example spinning Incineroar like it's an Olympic sport. However, Incineroar also possesses fire powers to make up for that. That fire belt around his stomach allows the cat to create and set stuff on fire. I see this as a hybrid between Forearms and Hit Blast. Tinkaton, the hammer Pokemon. Listen here, as I've previously mentioned, a big factor that makes Ben such a skillful fighter is the creativity he has on the field with the powers of his aliens. Every place doesn't just have hard hitters, it also has niche aliens that Ben learns how to make the most out of. That makes him so entertaining to watch. I genuinely think Tinkaton can be a viable choice for young Tennyson. Its hammer-wielding abilities can pose a serious threat, this Pokemon being the natural predator of a fucking steel bird. Like, come on. You can also see it moving with such agility that it looks like it's flowing through air. The hammer also weighs 100 kilos, so don't underestimate this fellow when it comes to raw strength. Because wielding a hammer that weighs basically as much as you with like no difficulty, so easily, as if you're playing with a yo-yo, is a power that I've only seen from Thor before. And he could do it because he was chosen. Tinkaton is just pure muscle. Noivern, the Soundwave Pokemon. We need to have flight power on the team, like, let's be honest. I thought of giving the spot to Corviknight, because one thing I loved about Omniverse was the different predators they gave for Ben's aliens, and it would be an interesting gimmick to see him have that in the watch. Maybe something would happen like in Alien Force Season 3 and some DNA would escape, and the Tinkaton DNA would hunt the Corviknight DNA, or something like that. Ultimately decide the Pokemon is too much bird for my liking. It would be used as only a transportation measure, which unironically is what they gave it in the games. It was taxi, so I thought Noivern would be a brilliant choice. This bird has a better structural body for combat and also possesses sound powers. Its ears work like sound speakers and can use them to produce ultrasonic waves to throw the target off, but also as a means of traveling through darkness, jumping clueless targets. It also looks like some sort of a fusion between a bat and dragon, which like, come on, how could you not like that? I look at it and I just picture some sort of mashup between Jetray and Echo. Hypno, the Hypnosis Pokemon. This weirdo could really work for Ben, if you exclude its downright abhorrent Pokédex entries of kidnapping children. This guy could save Ben in some tough situations or could take down bad guys fairly easily. One thing that Ben always does in battles is wreck the shit out of the environment he's in. Those are people's houses and vehicles, man. What if he'd use a Pokemon that, by the swing of its pendulum, could put people to sleep or hypnotize them? Maybe he'd use that to make them tell the truth or fight against each other or for him. There are countless ways he can exploit that ability. There are creative scenarios in which Hypno could shine, but man, just keep it away from the kids, okay? Garbodor, the trash heap Pokemon. This grotesque Pokemon has the powers of shooting gunk out of its arms, which are used as cannons. On top of that, it can spray poisonous gas. It says here on Wordopedia that the gunk from the cannons is so powerful that it can kill a weakened foe instantly. It's incredibly powerful, holy shit. I like Garbodor's abilities, and with it, I'm trying to narrow down all the types. I don't want to duplicate main abilities, because then people go after me harder than they did for Fast Track, for being Accelerate V2. I would prefer to go with Muk, because I just love Goop, but Muk's abilities are more of a problem than a solution. Its mere presence intoxicates and kills vegetation around, which limits its usage very much. And Garbodor isn't bad. Even though I see it as an alien to fill up the playlist like Ben always has, it's still a powerful choice. Trevenant, the Elder Tree Pokemon. This ghostly personality fits like a glove in the world of Ben 10. This scare made me want more spookiness from when I was just a mere child. This ghoulish tree covers the grass type bases that I was looking for, and it's also ghost, which like, yeah, spooky. The cut portions of its tree body, the 6 spider-like roots that help it move around in a scary manner, the one eye with a bright red pupil. It's a scare fest, that's for sure. It possesses sort of Wolverine abilities, cause this one can control other trees from around it by using its roots as some sort of hive mind. It can trap people, it can curse people, we got the whole buffet here. The more I look at it, the more it looks like Wolverine. Pokemon just rip off Ben 10. Eiscue, the penguin Pokemon. This little cutie patootie has a massive block of ice on its head which tanks an attack, breaking it and revealing its other form. I like how powerful this ability is. It can literally tank a whole powerful hit and nothing would happen to it in terms of damage, just that ice shattering. It also grows back by itself because its head is so cold or some shit. This little tuxedo wearer is also a nice type Pokemon, filling up the typing big O for the playlist. And on top of all, it's a cute penguin. Like, tell me you don't just love that little guy. Ambipom, the long-tailed Pokemon. I just wanted another brawler on the roster for Ben, to be perfectly honest. I've always thought we didn't get enough of Ambipom's fighting abilities in the anime, cause trying to pursue a contest career. I'm proud of the little guy, but come on scriptwriters, you could have given us some other Ambipom or some shit. I would love to see some nice hand-to-hand combat, you know? Just imagine a fight between two of these, it would be awesome. Kicking Hawk is Ben's probably best hand-to-hand combat alien, so imagine if it went up against an Ambipom. A more agile and athletic fighter whose two tails work as fists. I'm not gonna lie, that would have psyched me up. Xurkitree, the glowing Pokemon. Before you go off at me, I don't consider Ultra Beast legendaries. Yes, I know, the game devs don't consider them, people in the fanbase, the games themselves. They're more like aliens from other dimensions. They're pseudo-legendaries. I had to give this spot to Sparky Xurkitree because oh my god, it just looks like a Ben 10 alien. I get vibes of a hybrid between Upgrade and Feedback, and would fit so well in the world of Ben 10. The lanky and tall cables that unite each other under a faceless white spark to form this electric beast are beautiful. This has always been my favorite Ultra Beast, so I had to add this Plugmaster as the last man to the roster, especially because we need electric power as well. What was I gonna do? Give such cool electric powers to Ben in the forms of a Galvantula? I've joked before about Ben getting addicted to Greninja like he did with Feedback, but if Xurkitree were in the watch, it would have been a real possibility, as Ben's dependency on Feedback was a front for real-life drug addiction. Feedback sucking electricity was symbolic for taking a hit of something. It was heavily implied in multiple scenes. So yeah, Xurkitree, Ben's second addiction. Well, this has been it. I'm pretty proud of how this playlist turned out. I didn't want to do only legendaries or strong Pokemon by numbers, because that would have been way too boring. I want to put the ones that I thought Ben could use in creative ways and get the most out of their limited powers. I want to include Mew, because that would have been the lamest choice. It's basically Alien X but without the handicap. It's the Superman dilemma. Mew can do anything, turn into anything, use the powers of everything. Like, that's not what I was trying to achieve over here. And drop a comment to your Omnitrix Pokemon playlist. I love to read that. I'm sure y'all would have tons and tons of ideas, like there are over 1,000 Pokemon. Go wild with it. Until next time, have a great day guys. Stay safe. Bye.